It's a bird.
No, it's a cloud.
It's a plane.
No, it's a cloud.
Oh, hello. Didn't see you there. My name is Ashleigh, and this is...
Hi, I'm Zac.
And we are doing something very exciting today. So for Mother's Year this year, Zac got me probably the most thoughtful, caring, special gift that I've ever been given in my entire life, except for my kids, probably. So Zac got me 23andMe, which I'm going to let him explain exactly what it is and what it does, because he will be able to do that a little bit better than me. So yeah.
Basically just a genetic mapping kit. They take a sample of your DNA, basically a saliva sample. They run it through their system and figure out like what your ethnic heritage is, where your background is from, what your ancestry is, and they also tell you a little bit about your medical history, various things of that nature. And then the coolest thing about it is if you don't know what your ancestry is, or if you were adopted and they have someone else who is from your family in their database, then they will inform you, hey, we've found someone else that is in your family that you may not know about, and then there are steps to take to try to gather that information so that you can possibly find some long lost relatives.
So that is really super duper cool. A little bit of background about me personally and why this is so thoughtful is I only have ever known 3 of my blood relatives. So I have no idea my background or anything like that. My biological mother was adopted, so she did not know any of her biological family at all, and she passed away when she was 38 over 15 years ago. And then on my biological dad's side, I know him, and I know one of my biological half sisters. Beyond that, I don't know any history or anything like that. I've never met anybody else, so I'm very excited to get to know what my background is. There are some people that I received messages from, and I just want to address this aspect of it, and you can say something about it as well, because there is an option for 23andMe to store your test results, and there are various reasons as to why. There were a lot of people who were like, they store it, they'll use your DNA for studies and stuff like that, so beware, and really research it before you do it. And for me, I feel like as long as I haven't committed any crimes, I've never murdered anybody or anything like that, I have no hesitations. I think the benefits outweigh the negatives when it comes to that specific thing. And I mean, you're recorded as soon as you have a social security number, right? Like they already know who you are. Like you're in a system regardless. So you kind of read through why they store it and what they use it for.
I read through all of their terms of service, user agreements, all of that stuff. Basically what they do, if they do use your DNA mapping in their research studies, they use it in such a manner that it is pseudonymic, is what they call it. It's basically your personal information isn't there, your personal DNA, your personal genetic information is there, but your name, your phone number, your credit card information, your contact information is not stored with your sample and is not used in the research purposes. They do offer you the option of declining to be a part of the research. So you can literally send them your sample, they send you back your results, and then that's all that ever happens from it. Or they can keep it and start and use it in their researches, in their research studies that they do later on. But once again, they still will always protect your identity as much as is humanly possible by law. The only time that they will release your info is if they are required to by the U.S. government or the federal investigations or police investigations, something like that. But other than that, they won't release your info to anyone. Like they can't release it to insurance companies. any other things. There's actual laws that have been passed specifically to prevent people from using your genetic samples or your genetic information in a harmful way or a harmful practice. So like Ashleigh said, if you haven't committed a major crime where you're afraid your DNA might pop on a police investigation, then
Right.
you really have no issue and you have no reason to be scared of it.
Right. And you probably don't want, on the other side of that, if you plan on committing any kind of crimes where you may leave your DNA behind, this is probably not something that you want to do.
Exactly.
Disclaimer. So yeah, that there, and of course, as you're going through your registration and everything, you can read all the fine print. There's pages and pages of exactly what they will use it for and what they won't use it for. I did not, but yeah. So the only other thing, so that addresses that aspect of it. And the only other thing is when I did post that I was going to do this, I had a lot of people reach out to me. A lot of people with hesitations, but also a lot of people who have done it. And there's a lot of different emotions that this can bring up. So for me, I'm really excited to do it. I've never known my background. I'm genuinely, I cried for hours when I first saw that this was my Mother's Day gift. Super, super special. I do know that there have been people who have told me that they have found out that who they thought was their biological parent or relative, after doing the test, they found out that that was not actually their biological parent or relative, and that can be very, very tough. So I think you really need to prepare yourself to learn things that you may not already know, if that makes sense.
Sure.
So you can find it's a personal decision. Think about it. Think about why you want to do it, but also be prepared that you may get some surprises along the way.
And they actually cover that in the terms of service that they give you to read through. And they say, once you submit this and once you get it back, you can't go back. They basically say, look, this is final. You're going to know. Like, you can't unknow something that you already know.
Exactly.
So if you get this back and it tells you something that you're not prepared for, or something that they even tell you it could be very emotionally charged, it could be very traumatic for some people. So just be careful with it. But as Ashleigh said, she was adopted, and even though she knows her biological mother was adopted, so she has no clue what the history on that side of her family is.
Correct.
And on her biological father's side, she hasn't spoken to him in years. She's met him a few times, and she knows her half sister, and that's it. Like, she doesn't know any of her medical history. She doesn't know any of her family history. She doesn't know her ethnic origin or anything like that. So it's something that I thought would be really cool, and I know that Ashleigh's been curious about it her whole life.
Definitely.
I figured it would be something that would be cool for her to get to find out.
Absolutely.
Who am I? Where did I come from? Where is my family from? And possibly find some relatives that she didn't know she had. Because why not? I mean, if you've got family out there,
correct,
why not figure out who they are? Even if they're the scum of the earth and a serial killer who's murdered 37 different women. Okay, I know that they're part of my family, and I know that I'm never going to try to get in touch with them or see them. So, I mean, it is what it is.
Correct. So, and the last thing I'll say, and we're going to go ahead and take the test because we have to wait 30 minutes and not drink anything or eat anything or have any sort of mouthwash or toothpaste or anything like that in your mouth before you provide your sample. I have a very, very, very extremely distant relationship with my biological father. We have never been close by any means. He falls under the category more of a sperm donor than anything else, although I do know who he is, and I've, seen him several times in my life. There is no father-daughter relationship there whatsoever. So I will say this, also on the side of possibly digging up family members whom you've never met. Say you've never met your biological father, and then you find him through 23andMe. You have to mentally prepare yourself. Yes, great if they want to be a part of your life and all of that, and it all works out great, but there's also the side of it where they can completely not acknowledge you and not want anything to do with you, and that can be very, very heartbreaking for a lot of people. So you have to make sure you're mentally prepared for someone who you think should want to be a part of your life to still not want anything to do with you. It's not an easy thing, and I can go more in depth into that stuff in another video. This is not for this one, but it can be very challenging mentally, and it could trigger a lot of people as well. So I would definitely think there's a lot of steps you want to go through before you just go and do this. If you're trying to dig up family members and stuff like that, there can be a lot of emotional toll that goes into it. It could be great, it could be horrible. So you don't really know, but you just want to make sure that you're prepared for that. So, you have anything else to say about it?
I just really hope that we don't find out that Ashleigh and I are cousins. That's the biggest hope.
Oh my god. We kind of do look alike right now. Okay.
I'm betting that Ashleigh's...
We're both wearing gray.
I'm betting that Ashleigh's background is Irish.
He thinks I'm Irish.
A lot Irish.
I'm really hoping that I have at least 10% Native American. Like, that's my... Because I'm getting paid. Y'all know I'm all about the dollars. No, for real, though. It couldn't have been a more thoughtful gift. And like I said, there's no amount of money that could have been better than this. And so I'm really excited to do it. I think we're going to go get the sample tubes, and then we'll bring them over and show you guys exactly how it's done and stuff like that. So, cool. Yay.
So this is what the kit looks like, guys. Sorry. So it says, welcome to you. It's the 23andMe kit. The cool thing is it has all the shipping information on the back. This is the box that you ship your sample back in. So you open it up. Oops. And, sorry.
It has a little hi.
And this is step-by-step instructions. Basically goes through the parts, what they're there for.
It says, ooh la la.
Yeah. It goes through everything, explains how to do it.
Yeah.
So, and then your sample kit is inside the box right here.
Yes.
Sorry.
It's hard to see, okay.
And looks like this.
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyway.
It's just a little box with a
test tube
in it, and a lid.
And a funnel so that you spit into the right spot.
Yes. Okay, and one other thing I forgot to mention is there's a 23andMe app. So you can download the app, and all of your information goes into the app, basically your results. And the app actually updates you over, like, if someone else pops up that is connected to you, like, it updates you throughout your life, basically. So yeah. This, we have to spit to here. So let's get started.
Work up a good
Are you ready?
saliva.
Yeah, for real. Who can fill their spit cup the fastest? Oh, wait. Look, it stopped already. Oh, there's not even that much. I thought it was this whole thing. It's actually just a little tiny thing. Right?
Yeah, it's not a whole lot, but...
It's more than I got right now, for sure. It's actually just a little tiny...
Make sure that it says make sure that it's all the saliva, not bubbles. So the bubbles need to be over the line.
A few moments later. One eternity later.
What do you think? I'm good, right?
I think we're both good. See mine?
Oh my gosh, yeah. Why is your spit so much clearer than mine?
I don't know.
It's weird. Okay.
All right.
Cheers to our ancestry and health.
Cheers. So fill to the line.
Now we...
Then holding the tube upright, close the funnel lid.
If we had to go that...
until you hear a click.
If we had to go that whole way, there'd be no way. Okay, so you do that.
Make sure that the lid is closed tightly.
It doesn't really close tightly. Okay.
You just hold it down.
Oh, okay. And then we unscrew the top.
So you need to hold the tube upright. Unscrew the funnel from the tube and discard. Use the cap to seal the tube.
Get this little cap right here. Screwy on. Tightly. You really want to just get her in there. Okay.
Let me get my lid.
Ew, mine looks like, that does not look normal. Look at that.
That's the
Oh, it's the
stabilizing
solution.
agent.
Okay, I'm just kidding.
So then you screw the lid on
We're already there.
tightly.
Already done.
And then you shake the tube for 5 seconds.
Oh, really?
Yep.
All right, ready?
So it all gets shaken together.
1, 2, 3, 4,
We can just
5.
watch the seconds on the camera.
We're definitely past 5 seconds. Okay. Why are you shaking so much longer?
Because I just wanted to make sure.
See, your solution. Look at, we have totally different color spits. That's weird. I wonder what that means. Okay.
All right. Step 6, seal in the bag.
Gotta get my bag.
So I have this handy dandy little bag, which you can see right here. So
Swing, ding, right down in that guy. And this is a sticker. Pull it off. Bend it over. Bend it over. It's your favorite thing to do. Okay. I'm good to go. Where's my box?
then you turn the sealed plastic bag to the original box, peel a strip, and seal the box closed. And then
Sealing
ship.
box. You have to put
The
any
plastic
information
container
in
is
there.
recyclable if you feel so inclined.
Peel here.
So you take the plastic bag out, the plastic box out.
Yeah, you can recycle that. You just literally drop your bag in it. Seal this up. Yeah!
Once your sample has been processed, you will receive an email letting you know that your results are in. Simply sign into your secure online account and let the genetic discovery begin.
And this is prepaid as well, so you don't have to pay anything to ship it back, which is super cool. I think this is a really great thing to do if you are prepared for the what ifs and the maybes and stuff like that.
And you haven't killed or raped anyone.
And you haven't killed or raped anyone. Absolutely, that's probably the number one most important thing. This is also a great gift, but I would definitely say be sensitive as far as gifting this. I think the ones I looked up cost about $150. There's some on Amazon. I'm not sure if that's probably how much these cost too.
It
I don't know if you got it on Amazon, but I do believe you can get these internationally as well. And
some countries, yes.
Some countries, yes. Other countries, I'm sure there are different types where you can figure that out. But we will let you guys know when our results come back. I'm not sure. We haven't figured out exactly how long it takes, but
they said it varies how long the results take.
Yeah, we're gonna ready to go. So like I said, best gift ever. And if you guys have any questions, like I said, we're both new to this. We've never done it, but I'll answer as many as I can. And as far as biological things go, and if you have any questions about anything like that, like biological parents or not knowing someone or being distant or adoption, anything, you know, you can reach out and I will answer the best that I can. This guy too. So thank you so much. I love you. This was amazing. And we'll chat with you guys soon. Bye. Oh, I waved. Bye.